We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tennessee Titans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Let's go now.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
On play action, Young. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. You talk about this Titan defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into
fighting through, and he's got space. He's still on his feet. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ready?
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Young on 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a 1st down here. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well?
Touchdown, Panthers! Terrace Marshall with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Panthers 7, Titans 0.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Levis. And that is incomplete. The Titans at 3-7 now in the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
2nd and 10. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. You look at this Carolina defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Levis on third down. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Shi Smith deep for Carolina. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. That, folks, is a 94-yard punt return. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, the old rules about not fielding punts inside your own 10, those things are way out the window, aren't they?
Yeah, they say put your heels on the 10-yard line, but when you return it, maybe your coach doesn't say anything to you, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of special teams coach, if they've got a special guy, they'll say, yeah, okay, you can go to the 8. But this one, he really had some guts.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
3rd and 2. Off the play fake, Levis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Following the interception, Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Marshall. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
On the ball. Cut.
Running right, here's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Jonathan Mingo, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Panthers 21, Titans nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Levis now off of play action. He'll buy some time right. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. (21-0) our score after one.
Score Panthers 21, Titans nothing.
Second down and 6 now. Second down, here's Levis. Screen play to McAllister. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Let's go now.
Third down and 1. On the give, McAllister with it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Levis looking to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Fighting to stay upright, buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
A handoff to McAllister. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 7. A give running left, McAllister. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 26. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
79 Broncos.
3rd and 2. Here's Levis. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Okay, right.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On the set.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
50 Fury. Drill 52.
Now Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Set. Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hut.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Set.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. 52 blaster. Set.
The play fake. Now Young. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Ready. Ready.
Young looks to throw on first down. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Come on.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
10. Set.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Mingo. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this sequence won't do any favors to his rushing totals as they get him behind the line again. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Levis. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's 3rd and 10. Levis back to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Shot, 17.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Excellent job on the tackle for loss by Harold Landry, shooting into the backfield.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here is Young. DJ Chark, and down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. They'll run with Sanders, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Ready?
Young will set to throw. Steps away to his left. Able to fight through 1 tackle. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, Young. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to Sanders on first down. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Young keeps it, moving right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Ready, break.
Looking to throw, Young. Flushed out right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now. But that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This is McAllister. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Levis sets up to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Von Bell. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Set. Ready.
Here's Sanders. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll go on the ground. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
3rd and 9 here. Young to throw it. That is caught, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The 11-yard line.
Come on, set. Cheetah. Ready?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Young's pass intercepted. The Titans take over first and 10. At their own
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Oh, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Draw play. And he loses the football the second time. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans 14. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Okay, break.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Ready?
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
On the set. Hurry, hurry. Set.
And they take a knee.
Ready.
Second and 11 now.
Ready.
And they'll try to save the timeouts to use on defense if need be as he runs up and spikes it.
Let's go now.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
A gain of 4. It's now
second and 6, just inside the 30.
Levis now on second down.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Henry Anderson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. I like the way I said that. In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Let's go. Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this